Gainology.
Gainology!
What's good, guys? Mike Rosa here representing Anabolic Aliens. So today I'm going to give you 6 exercises to help increase your bench press. Now you're probably thinking, who the fuck is this kid and why would I listen to him? Well, I'm 19 years old, I'm weighing in roughly 168, 170 on a bad day, and I'm benching over 300 pounds. Now that being said, my sophomore year of high school, which was not too long ago, I was struggling getting up 135. Now that's a big difference. I found my success through trial and error, finding out what worked best for me, applying what worked best for me, and then getting those gains and strength gains and all that shit. Now, people used to joke around with me, always saying I had T-Rex arms, meaning shorter arms.
Rosa-Rex!
I'm not gonna lie, people with my kind of physique, a shorter length, have an easier time benching than the long, lanky people because we have a shorter range of motion to go. But that's no excuse to have a weak bench press, and if you try to use this as an excuse, I'm gonna slap you. Alright, first exercise, the dumbbell floor press. Now this is an important exercise because there are so many people that get stuck halfway through their bench press. See, because at this point you've lost your momentum. So what are you going to do? The dumbbell floor press, we're focusing on, you can't go here, so you start with no momentum and you have to push your way through this time. You're working on your stabilizers, which is key to a bench press, and the upper half explosion. So the dumbbell floor press, this is how you perform the exercise. You grab your weights, put them on your knees, you kick them back, your elbows are resting on the floor, you're looking straight up, and you're going up. As soon as your elbows touch back, you go back up. See, when you're at this point, you don't have any momentum to push up because you're not actually going to rest on the ground. You're going to push up as soon as your elbows touch. So you touch and then explode up. You really got to work on that upper half explosion because there are so many people that get stuck, that mid-bench press, and at that point, you're either going to fight your way through it and get it up really slowly, or that shit's going straight down. Now I'm going to talk about the second exercise I'm going to show you guys. I call these wide grip pause lower half reps. See, last exercise, the dumbbell floor press, I was talking about the upper half explosion. Now we're going to work on the lower half explosion. Because there are so many people, as soon as they go down, they're dead. They don't know what to do. They get stuck. They can't even get the weight up. This is when the spotter is a necessity. Otherwise, they're not going to move and just struggle with the weights. So, now we're going to work on that explosion from the lower half. The wide grip, lower pause, lower half reps. So you grab the bar as wide as you can, you pick it up, bring it down, hold for 3 seconds, back up half rep, back down, 3 seconds, you're exploding up like that. And that's going to work on the lower half explosion. That's the opposite of what the last exercise is working on. So speak for yourself. If you have trouble, if you're at that midpoint, you have trouble getting up, the dumbbell floor press is going to help you fix that. If you have trouble from the very bottom exploding up, this is going to help with that. It's all about what you find you need to work on, and then you work on it and fix that problem. Alright, now we're on to the next exercise. The dumbbell straight arm pullover is really important because it's going to really engage those lats to help again the lift off. Mainly, but also what I find it best with is when I'm benching to engage the lats in the actual press. Because that's the more muscles you use, the more weight you're going to have behind the actual weight so you can press more. It makes sense. So you're going to pick up the weight, put it in front of your chest, and you're going to bring your arms pretty straight. If you need, you can have a relative bend in your elbows. You're going to bring it back. And then look, I really am squeezing my lats at this point. Now I'm going to use the prime mover, the chest, to bring it back up. Using my chest, but also, this is why I love this exercise so much. My lats are really engaged in the exercise. It's a synergistic, meaning it's like helping the prime mover move the weight, which is also the shoulders and the triceps are really working in the actual exercise. And that's all going to contribute to the bench press. Alright, now we're on to the next exercise. Here we go. The fourth exercise of the day, the close grip bench. Now obviously this is going to work your triceps more. See, I really have developed my triceps because chest and tris is one of my favorite days in the gym. And the triceps are really synergistic, meaning they really help moving the bench press. Because when you're benching, you're using your chest, but look, your triceps are almost fully engaged in the exercise. And if you're one of those people who put your hands closer naturally when you're bench pressing, the more your triceps are going to be engaged. Alright, so now we're going to go into the actual exercise, the close bench. So you're going to grip the bench pretty closely. I tend to see the grooves on the actual barbell? I'm gonna take my pinky and put them on the very end of those grooves. Then I'm gonna lift off. I'm gonna bring it down slowly, keep my triceps close to my body, and then I'm gonna push up, explode up. Really focus on the triceps. You're squeezing that muscle the entire time. See, that's really working on the triceps. And also, this is a variation of the actual bench press. So you're trying to withhold from an actual plateau. So you don't have to actually work the chest to work on the actual bench press, because there are muscles that are working along with the chest to help contribute. Alright, 5th exercise of the day. Now I'm gonna work the shoulders, primarily the front deltoid, because those are really big, and those are really big synergistic muscles with the bench press. Because when you're going down, there's going to be a lot of pressure right on that front shoulder. So we're going to do the alternating dumbbell front raise. So I take these specifically and I do them alternating because I really want to stimulate that front deltoid. So I'm going up right about to the chin level, and I'm bringing the weight right there, really working the front deltoid. Just like that. See, that really is working that assisting muscle with the bench press, and it's also working those stabilizers. So when you're going down, some people, they are shaking like that, and that's because their stabilizers are weak. And even with the bar, when your stabilizers are stronger, this helps a little more with the dumbbell press, but with the barbell press, it's also a contributing factor, because if your stabilizers are stronger, you're going to get it up much smoother, and it's going to feel much better, and also less chance of an injury. So the 6th and last exercise I'm going to talk about today is going to work the rotator cuff. So during your bench press, this is your stabilizer mainly. I've seen so many people, they're going for the bench press, they're going right to heavy weights. They go down, and they bring it up, and they're like, ah, my shoulder. And that's their rotator cuff. They just fucked up their rotator cuff because they weren't well prepared. They didn't even work their rotator cuff. So I'm going to show you the dumbbell external rotator cuff. It's a simple exercise, but strengthening your rotator cuff goes a long way, because a rotator cuff injury is not one you're going to be happy with. So you just take the weights in front of you and you just slowly rotate up. It's a rotation. This is external. So there are many rotator cuff exercises you can do, but this is one of my favorites because it really can strengthen the rotator cuff. Now the rotator cuff, you want to be careful with. You don't want to use heavy weights and stuff because it's a very delicate muscle. You want to I tend to go higher reps, lower weight, and really just focus on that rotator cuff. And that's really helped with my bench press. Alright, so let's recap on the exercises that we went over today to all help increase your bench press. So first, the dumbbell floor press to work on that upper half explosion. Second, the wide grip pause lower half reps to work on that lower half explosion. Third, the dumbbell straight arm pullover to work on engaging those lats, and I'll obviously work in the chest as well, but I like it again for the engaging the lats for the entire bench press. Then fourth, the close bench, working the triceps, another synergistic muscle. And then 5, the alternating front raise to work those front deltoids, again more stabilizers and a synergistic muscle of the bench press. And 6, the dumbbell external rotator. Again, I can't preach enough how important the rotator cuff is in bench pressing, mainly for injury but also for stability. You want to have good stabilizers for your bench press to make it smoother and stronger. Alright guys, so I hope this helped you today, really help increase that bench press. You can probably hear the little kids screaming. We're in the high school gym. It's the best we can do, so let's have fun with it, and I hope you can get that bench press up. Subscribe! Okay, that's it. What's up, Mike Rosa?
I'm Eric Q. Why is that funny?
Because you do American.
I didn't talk like that. I literally just...
You went the lower pitch.
Anabolic aliens.
Anabolic aliens.
Subscribe or I'll eat you bitches!